Maybe I should unmute. Maybe I should unmute before I start talking. What's up? What's up? We're here for a conjoined show today. We're on the main YouTube channel. The main YouTube channel back monetized. We're back monetized on all platforms. So it's definitely gonna be more streams to come. Overall, much love to Sil Nation. We made it. We made it back. YouTube been messing with me, and right on cue. Thanks for the reminder. Music City Soul memberships are now back on the platform. You got the base level. I'm gonna be doing exclusive videos, first looks, things like that. So definitely much appreciated. And I do have a second level as well, but the first level is just $1.99. Jump back in. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff like we normally do. So that's on the main channel. We're also on the Superman channel. Much love to y'all. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be a live feed over there for the Superman channel. Because I definitely want to cover the Superman stuff. But the replay will be on the main YouTube channel. I'll have like an upload of just a Superman part on the Superman channel. You'll see how it goes. Much love to everybody in the chat. Music City. Much appreciated. Shin got 4 notices. About time they send the notices out. About time. I swear. Oh, Carlos got jokes. Okay. We funny today, huh? Much love to Marcus, Neo7. Like I said, the main channel is back up like it's supposed to be. Man, y'all have no idea, like with repeat viewership on channels, that's like the baseline of any channel. And like when they cut that out, it's like, dang, like that was dirty. But we back. Shout out to Still Win 87. We the main thing we want to talk about the Warner Brothers panel at CinemaCon. We want to react to the news as it comes out. Their panel starts in 15 minutes. All right, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see, what James Gunn, Peter Safran. And this is their big con. This is the one. By the time San Diego Comic-Con occurs, Superman's already going to be out. So this is the big one. Yeah, it's that big. So shout out to Still Win for the super chat. And the welcome back. And man, like I said, I'm ready to definitely keep the content up. As I said, during the week, it'll be kind of hit or miss. I'll be uploading some stuff, especially if there's like members updates on the main channel. But I'll definitely be doing live streams almost every weekend. So it'll be a lot. There'll be a lot going on. Appreciate you. Still Win one time.
That fuck 'em up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a
We're in the good mood. Southbound, I see you in the chat. Marty, what's up? Maria. I shout out Neo Sevens. Wild Relic. What are we saying? So appreciate Sil Nation coming back out. And some of y'all have been supporting via Patreon. That's where all my scoops and exclusives will be. On this channel, it will be, like I said, like exclusive reports or first look videos and things like that on the main channel. Superman channel, it'll be more focused on, obviously, Superman and DCU stuff. So we got everything back in order, for sure. And like I said, just thanks to y'all for rocking with it as we get to that point. Patreon, yeah, plenty of Patreon stuff. It's coming. Mark, community needs to get behind the movie. It's not great for DC in general if the movie fails. My thing, it's interesting because you see different people's takes on what they want for the Superman, and I've had the same energy with DC for a while. I mean, especially around the Black Adam days. There were some DC fans that didn't want to rock with what The Rock was going to do, and $7 Productions, and he brought Henry Cavill back, and I was in support of that. And I think after everything that happened, the aftermath of Black Adam, then James Gunn, Peter Safran is hired, it's been like this split, another split, I feel, in DC fans, I think even in Snyder fans, where some, they don't want to accept nothing. And they have that right. I mean, this was just like with Matt Reeves' Batman. There was a lot of people was like, I'm not rocking with, no other iteration. And I was like, hey, we show our support, as we always say, through our wallets, right? So that was what it was. And you support what you want to support. But I see my channel with like-minded people saying, hey, Warner Brothers did things dirty. But DC fan overall, we want to kind of just see what they do. And we'll judge it. We'll judge it when we see it. And that's kind of the more people, the like-minded people that I'm coming across. And then you have those hardcores either way with it. So y'all get in where y'all fit in with that. Brawler. Yeah, I'm going to do a Snyder stream pretty soon on that. What else we got in the chat here? When we get in the official trailer, well, they're definitely going to be showing footage at CinemaCon. I believe it will drop online shortly after or right at the same time. So let's kind of talk about this real quick. People, again, are excited about CinemaCon. This is the event where it's for the theater exhibitors. Theater exhibitors. They are here for different films that's coming theatrically. We're not expecting anything streaming related and things like that. So this is James Gunn's one of his favorite events because the theater cinema, they support James Gunn. So like I said, this is a big show. This can be a big show for him. And yeah, with anything DC, I don't want anything with DC to fail, right? But I've been pretty open about how I felt about the DC stuff I didn't like. So that's the same way I'm treating this. I really don't prejudge stuff until it comes out. So yeah, and we are expecting a trailer. I'm not sure what. So the 5-minute preview, to answer your question, let's pull this up here. They just posted this today. Let's see.
We have something really special for you.
It's an extended preview of Superman.
You can check it out in theaters soon. We can't wait for you to see it.
All right, so that answers the question there on the official DC and Superman accounts. They've made it clear that 5-minute preview. And as the social media post said, it will be a part of Minecraft. We got the Minecraft mock-up of Superman. But what does this mean? When you go see it, Minecraft comes out this weekend. It's a Warner Brothers film. It's a Warner Brothers film. I've been covering the film slate up to this point for this year with Warner Brothers, and hasn't been a good start, right? We talked about DeLuca and Abby. They're pretty much on their way out, right? And we'll talk more fully about that probably in another stream. But the next film up after Mickey 17 flopped, Alto Knights flopped, Minecraft is up next, and then Sinners is in a couple weeks. But Minecraft is up this week. And they try to project some confidence, over this project. They spent $150. They projected openings like 40 to 50, but they were a little uneasy about that. And then the story came out last week saying internationally they're going to put a 5-minute preview of Superman attached to Minecraft. Most people concluded, hey, it's going to be over here as well too, in the States as well too. So that's what we're getting. They confirmed it with that video, and just in case anyone missed it,
We have something really special for you.
It's an extended preview of Superman.
You can check it out in theaters soon. We can't wait for you to see it.
And while Roy said, no, you don't want a preview? Let's see. All caps, so he means it. Get Superman the F out of Minecraft. I don't want Jack Black trying to craft it. I mean, I don't think a 5-minute preview hurts. I think this is more trying to help Minecraft more than anything. I had no plans of watching Minecraft, but because I don't know nothing about the game or the audience, as far as with that. But I will say I'm definitely going to check it out now just to get this preview, and it'll be all indications is just for this weekend only. So opening weekend Minecraft, because they want to obviously boost the opening weekend numbers of Minecraft, because it's about winning the headlines. This is what I've been saying, as long as I've been covering films and talking about this stuff. People get so caught up in the big number they supposed to make, how will they break even, and things like that. They just want to win the headlines. And so if Minecraft opens 60 to 70 million this weekend now, I'd say 60, let's say if they open up 60, Warner Bros. Wins the headlines. And then it's going to be the question, was it the hype just for Minecraft, or did it get a Superman boost? And then we got to start asking real questions at that point, right? We're not there yet. We got to see what this trailer is tonight, what they're going to do. But that would be an interesting conversation if Minecraft ends up making a good chunk of money. Yeah, Sinners, I think it's the 18th. Looking forward to that. That's the only safe film, because they kept the budget at a good spot. And you got Coogler, you got Michael B. Jordan. They're going to make their money. Why do studios make movies based on video games? Always thought that was odd. That's all about IPs. After the big IPs, people was in a rush to see, what's next, what's the next thing we could do. So it's all about just IPs. Yeah, I mean, that's, it's an arms race for IPs. So if you got gaming rights, they're going to milk it. We're about 5 minutes away from Warner Brothers starting their CinemaCon panel. So we'll kind of wait for some news to trickle down once they get started. But during that, I'll probably address some of the odd rumors that we've been seeing as far as for the Superman film. Obviously, this is plot leak that people are passing around. So I got a little commentary about that, and we'll touch on that as the news comes out. So let's see what we got. Yeah, Sinners looks dope. Carlos over there on the Superman channel. Appreciate y'all over there on the Superman channel. Whatever YouTube platform you're on, make sure you still subscribe. Make sure you smash the like. My little commercial is supposed to have been playing right there. Okay, yeah. Smash the like. Make sure you still subscribe. We got more to come on all platforms. And again, appreciate y'all continued support. Good stuff. You're going to see Superman free one day. I mean, I think it's going to be people are curious about Superman. I never bought into just no one cares about the film. It's like, no, I mean, it's Superman. I mean, now if it ends up bad, it ends up bad. But the interest was always going to be there for Superman. Do you think Supergirl's going to flop? No, Supergirl comes out at end of June. Is that right? End of June, I believe. Spider-Man is July. So yeah, that's a month apart. That's not bad. I think Supergirl, I think is going to do great. That's one of the most confident things I'm seeing as far as DC. I think that's going to do good. I think with Jason Momoa, just it's going to have less roadblocks too. Just with Superman is carrying a lot, and there's going to be extra scrutiny as well as it should. I mean, you're trying to come up with the big boys. You got to bring it. But I think Supergirl is going to have just a little less pressure, and I think more natural support. Just not his Superman. That may be the problem. Let's see here. We're catching up with the comments. The Warner Brothers CinemaCon panel should be starting as we speak right now. So again, as the news trickle out, we're gonna give it to y'all when that trailer drops online. That's gonna be interesting catching that live. So let's see, catching up here. Shout out to Carlos. Definitely follow all across the platforms. The link in the description on YouTube for the link tree. All right, let's see. Really, you don't need to go see Minecraft. The 5-minute preview will leak online. WB probably won't take it down. Free advertisement. Nah, the Warner Brothers, I think they'll slap whoever leaks out this 5 minutes. This is a big deal. This is part of this new marketing push. This new team. Previews has happened before, but I'm trying to think of the last time a DC film offered this. I know the Matt Reeves did the Penguin preview, with the Batman film, but so yeah, I don't think they'll officially release the 5-minute preview. No, only because they're making it exclusive this weekend. Now, of course, it'll be leaks, but I think Warner Bros. Will strike them. Warner Bros. They are not shy at striking. I got struck so many times with Warner Bros. It's like it's a terrible relationship that I have with them. So. And then on top of that, I want to see it in theaters. So let's see. Shout out to Bobby Manning, one of the members. We back up. Says obviously they were experimenting with Man of Steel BVS to see if a dark tone could work. Warner Bros. Obviously don't want their name on something like that is dark with Superman. This is what I would say. The whole DC is dark thing, that was really, well, I mean, if you really want to go back, that's Frank Miller, Dark Knight Returns, right? But on film, it's Christopher Nolan. Well, actually, you start with Burton. That was dark. So I don't think it was anything specific, with the Zack Snyder run saying, oh, let's just be dark. DC has done that several times before. The thing with BVS is the word of mouth. And I think just the concepts of Man of Steel and BVS was ahead of its time, really. I think BVS, if that was dropping this summer, it would fit nicely in to the zeitgeist. Like, it would just be, it would be, again, when you're kind of the first or ahead of your time, ahead of the curve, sometimes you get that blowback. So yeah, just I just kind of disagree a little bit on the dark tone angle with that, Bobby, but I get your point. BVS, at the very least, I can admit two things here. BVS is my favorite CBM film ever. Like I just did my rewatch recently again of it. Just I'm quoting every scene. I'm looking forward to every, appearance, and that third act is just on steroids. Like I remember being in theaters with the BVS, and it just felt like a film. I was like, okay, this is a different angle that this film, it's not just about, action every scene, and it didn't feel like a formula. That's what I liked about BVS. And then when you got to the third act, it was just nonstop. It was Batman versus Superman. Then you brought in Doomsday. Then Wonder Woman comes in. Then you have the death of Superman. And it's just like, you got all that in that one act. It's like, and then you get the warehouse scene. I forgot about that. The greatest Batman action scene ever. So it was just so much in BVS. But yeah, my conclusion, it was just ahead of its time. And Warner Brothers, they did a detour, right? So, I mean, that's just my opinion of that. Supergirl's flop proof. I gotta take down that message that's scrolling, because the channel is now monetized again. So that's false advertising. It was saying it's not. Let's see here. Hold on, I'm gonna update that because let's see. What the hell? It's not letting me. That's deep. There we go. All right, we're gonna see if anything's trickling out with this CinemaCon, and then again, we're also going to talk about the supposed plot leaks for Superman. Very weird times we're in, but this is how you know a DC film's coming out. And not necessarily it has to be a big DC film. It's just DC films always gets leaked. Always has fake leaks as well too. So that's how I know it's time to talk DC. Let's see. Okay, I got that message fixed. Let me see. We may have like some early Warner Brothers news. Get this together. All right, they're just getting fired up over there. Let's see. So I think I have a link. What's going on here? Okay, I thought we had a feed for a second there, but that was fake. It's April 1st. Let's catch up what we're saying. Not wasting money to see Minecraft. You think it's terrible marketing? I'll give this new Superman a big chance. If it fails, they're going to make another one, Superman Forever. Yeah, I mean, like if this Superman fails, I gave my thoughts as far as Gunn has multiple projects kind of lined up, this first wave of DCU. So if this Superman underperforms or just, isn't embraced at all, critics or audience, then they're going to kind of hide Superman for the, like when the Supergirl film comes out, it's like, oh yeah, her punk cousin over there that nobody likes, he's over there. And then by the time we get to Supergirl, if nothing's popping, then then it's a wrap. It's a wrap for the DCU. So yeah, this Superman is just going to determine how much more of Corn Sweat will you see in the future? That's what this film's going to determine. Yeah, I got you, Bobby, as far as the Superman tone. I get what you're saying with that. Superman, can it be dark? But then they got these comic runs, Injustice, Earth One. Earth One's a little darker as far as Superman, but I give you that. Warner Brothers, they can't get out of their own way, like letting Superman, get a little dirty. So James Gunn says, "F it, I'm gonna make his whole suit dirty." No, but that is something that, because they got all these execs and people that's chiming in from just the DC brand overall. Because like Gunn is over DC Studios, but the DC brand overall, you have execs tied to that, and they're always, kind of gatekeeping the characters. So Gunn may have a measure of free reign, but DC overall will still be like, we don't want Superman to look like this, So we'll see. You think BVS is better than The Dark Knight? This is just as a straight up CBM film? Yes. I think Dark Knight don't even feel like a comic book movie. Dark Knight obviously is a great movie. Yeah, it's a great Christopher Nolan movie. Do I feel like there's like superhero moments? Because, when I say a CBM, I want to, you want to feel those comic book moments. And Dark Knight was just great performances. That's great. I like my moments in BVS more than the Dark Knight moments. They should definitely bring back DC fandom. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, man. I started my channel. Right around the time when that was the last time DC fans were, like everyone got what they wanted with DC fandom, the first one. Now it's just a mess. Let's see what I'll do. I'm just gonna have this screen ready, so when it's time to pop over here, we'll be ready. Let's see. Got too much going on my screen. Here we go. This is a recent shot at CinemaCon. They're all going to take the stage when it's time for Superman. James Gunn, Peter Safran, and you got Corn Sweat, Brosnahan, and Hulk there. They're all there right now. But we'll see when their part starts. A lot of people, they have a lot of commentary over what they think of Superman, the suit and stuff like that. But like the cast, what we think with the cast, like just we had time to think about the castings. I mean, Corn Sweat, we'll see what he does on the screen, obviously. I think Brosnahan will be an okay Lois, but I think Nicholas Hoult, and especially what I heard about the film, actually, Nicholas Hoult may bring it. Sound like he's gonna bring it. Bayona says W forgot that they had done Superman Richard Donner version. I don't know why they go back to do that again. Well, that's not what this. Again, as far as what I actually heard with the film, I know there's a lot of wild test screening rumors and plot leaks. Most of that stuff's not even true, but is this Superman like Superman Returns? No, I don't think that's the vibe you're going to actually get from him. In fact, Corn Sweat, in according to what I'm told, I don't even think you're going to get like Christopher Reeve vibes from him either. Is that a bad thing? Like, because that's what I'm saying with Corn Sweat. This film mostly is going to determine, are you going to see Corn Sweat ever again? Because if the audience don't embrace him, they're going to hide that dude when it's Supergirl time. No one so far is just anything I heard with the film. No one so far has said like, "Yo," actually, okay, one person did say, "Corn Sweat, it feels like Superman." But as far as like praising his performance and things like that, I haven't really heard that yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Will we see the panel live? No, I'm not expecting to see the panel live. We're going to have the info as it comes out and then the trailer. That's really the main thing we here for is that trailer. And the show has begun. The big picture. If y'all can see, I don't know if that's even. But basically, this is the Warner Brothers panel starting. And they're highlighting the brands. They're really trying to launch DC as this DC Studios. You know, I'll tell you one thing I am excited about because I know Superman's been very divisive. I said what I said about Supergirl. Clayface may be pretty interesting. They put out a little picture, and let me see if I got that. They put up this picture with Clayface. And I was like, okay, I think they got something here. Let's see. Let's bring up Clayface. Because they already like started marketing Clayface and they haven't shot the film yet. I'm a little uneasy about that. That doesn't make me feel good. I'm gonna load up the picture here so y'all see it. That's the Clayface. It was a slate of films they showed for 2026. You know, CinemaCon put up, you know, all the films that they're looking forward to for next year. And they showed this picture of Clayface. This is the first marketing we saw of this film. I got mixed feelings. I got mixed feelings with this. I like that we're seeing it, but it's like it's a little dangerous, I think, trying to set a tone for a film you haven't shot yet. And they have the marketing tagline, "Shape Your Fear." Hey, I'm all in for that, but it's just, is this the Clayface we're getting? Let's see. Okay. Let's catch up with the comments here. Seeing some mixed feelings about the cast. That's a better look at the screen there. Warner Brothers, New Line, Warner Bros. Animation, and DC Studios. Now, they're being quite ambitious with the DC brand. Again, this stuff, it's about winning the headlines. That's why I said with Minecraft, right? You're seeing the example how Warner Brothers, people could call it manipulating the numbers all you want. If Minecraft makes 60 million opening weekend, that's a win. And then what they're going to do is say, "Oh, everyone showed up because of Superman," and they're gonna lean on that into the marketing to the point where they want to do, I believe, it's two theatrical DC films and 2 animated films a year. My thing, and then they want to do a couple streaming series, live action streaming and animated as well, DC. So you got about 6 to 8 projects a year they're trying to do starting in 2028. This has been DC's plans, like even the Hamada days. They wanted to have these many projects out, exploiting the brand as much as possible. And it just never was able to hit that mark. And so to hear that they're trying to do that again, it's like, again, I'm a little trepidation with that, in my opinion. Let's just get this movie out and let's see what we think. How about that? Let's just get one movie at a time. Let's go. And I think this will Marvel too. You saw all that hype that Marvel got just with a row of chairs. That's that Avengers currency. But you can't do an Avengers film every year. You need to space those out. Event films. That's what we got to get back to. Where a film come out and you got to wait 2 years to see him again on the big screen. That makes that appearance special. So you don't dilute it. And so I just hope DC doesn't fall into that trap where the quantity over quality. That's what I don't want them to do. We'll see how Superman is. Lois looks good. Holt looks like a very good Lex. Yeah. I think Holt's gonna steal the show, unless Gunn kind of tweaked it with the editing after the test screenings. Holt will kill it as Lex. I don't think we had a bad Lex Luthor, even John Cryer. Yeah, Lex. I know Kevin Spacey's weird, but he did great too. I like the dynamic visually between Lex, Superman. Looks like it can set up for a dope fight between Lex and Superman. No, I'm not. I guess I won't go. I won't go to any spoilers. We're not going to do spoilers. I'll just keep scrolling. We in this. As soon as the information drops, we're going to be right here. As soon as any footage drops. That Superman was wasted. I think over time it worked. Do you think we'll see a silhouette Batman and Clayface? The more, like, with that first marketing picture of Clayface, it's almost like, let's do this film without Batman, right? That's just the vibe I'm getting. I don't know. But I like this tagline. This is dope. This is we're getting a Clayface movie, and like someone said, this is like the Batman animated series font, for the title. Writer Mike Flanagan was a huge fan, Batman animated series, of this Clayface, and for them to be like, yeah, it's gonna be Clayface, and it's like a horror film, and it's like I just don't mess this up, guys. Just let's not mess up Clayface. That's a fan art. Well, they're using it in marketing. So if it comes out and looks completely different from that, that's going to be trash to me. And they put that up next to, it was a whole line of upcoming films with real posters. So I don't believe that's fan art, like just simply fan art. That'd be a poor choice, in my opinion. I'll show you the actual slate. Hold up. Yeah, like Jovic says, smash the like. Make sure you subscribe. We're back monetized on the main YouTube channel. Membership started at just $1.99. Much appreciated. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up the film slate, the full film slate where you saw Clayface. It had a whole wall of films with their real movie posters. Yeah, it says shape your fear. So it's like, you got real logos, I should say. Even got the little Supergirl thing. And so of all those, and again, just logos are just logos, yeah. Like it's going to be a real poster for Mario Brothers 2, Avengers, Doomsday, stuff like that, right? So you use all these official stuff, then you get the Clayface, and you think that's just a fan art? I don't know. I'm not buying that. Apparently they did a little sizzle reel where it showed just a quick look of Mortal Kombat 2. I'm looking forward to Mortal Kombat 2. And I guess they showed just like a screenshot of Superman. I don't know if it was like actual footage. But right now, they have a Sinners panel. That's what Warner Bros. Is talking about right now on a CinemaCon stage. In fact, let me just pull this up. It says here the sizzle reel they just showed for Warner Brothers. Show footage of Mortal Kombat 2 that comes out this fall. Superman, F1, Sinners, and many, many more. We got CC rejoining the memberships. We're going to have, and this is on the main YouTube channel. We're going to have exclusive first look videos, archives, exclusives, etc. For things that we talk about. Again, on the main YouTube channel, I cover a lot of the Snyderverse stuff, the stuff that Zack Snyder's doing, the stuff he will be doing. I'm going to have a stream coming up real soon because we got a lot to talk about with Zack Snyder and Turkey Al-Sheikh with that Brawler film, UFC film. So I'm hunting down a lot of stories with this production, and the members on the main YouTube channel, y'all will definitely get it first. and like I said, different updates. So that's the thrust of the main channel. Those with the Superman channel, same style, but more about Superman and DCU. So appreciate the longtime support of Lady CC. We'll give her a drop. Did Mortal Kombat do horribly? They blame COVID. Yeah, people saying like basically the plot of Clayface is the substance. So, that is what it is. People still hyped about that. Again, they had a Sinners panel. Right now, Leonardo DiCaprio is on stage for his film now. One battle after another. That's an interesting cast. And see, the vision of what DeLuca and Abdi was trying to do, they was trying to bring, cinephiles back to Warner Brothers and doing these, all tour films and things like that. You get this film with DiCaprio, Regina Hall, who's put in a lot of work. Tiana Taylor, has kind of come up as an actress. It's not a bad cast right there, for a film. And no word if DeLuca and Abdi has been on stage so far this evening, because those stories came out recently. They're already, Zaza already looking for their replacements. Zaza probably came to CinemaCon to talk to other execs, like in their face. Though again, it's not going to be, we'll see. We'll see how that situation shakes out. So shape your fear. Yeah, I like that tagline. They got me with that. Oh, we only got 17 likes. Hold on. Which channel only got 17 likes? I'm about to start cutting some feeds. Shout out to X Twitter. Continue to engage and share the post, comment under the stream. Shout out to the Superman channel. I don't do a lot of lives over there. Is it the main channel that ain't got the likes? I'm gonna have to cut this main channel, man. But now I got we'll keep it live for the members. But no, smash that like. For sure. We should get we should be like over 30 likes. We got 40 watching. We should have 30 likes right now on the main YouTube channel. I was talking like I wasn't monetized no more. As I was like, I'll just shut this down. No. We got too much love. We got too much love today, so we ain't gonna shut it down. Let's see. We're still on the Leonardo DiCaprio film. So if y'all coming in waiting for the Superman stuff, we didn't get there yet. They had a sizzle reel that showed probably a picture of Superman. And they had a Sinners panel. And now they're on the Leonardo DiCaprio film. DC's going to be last. They want DC. They want DC to win some headlines today. And if this is true what Zachary, he's saying in the chat, our first look of Clayface amongst all these other official looks, official fonts, if they're using fan art, no disrespect, I like how Clayface looks here, but it's just a little lame to me that this this is like a placeholder. I'd rather they just show a logo. Like you see how they do Avengers and Spider-Man and all this stuff, Moana, Toy Story. Don't put up no fan art, bro. If that's true. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see where we at now with the. Let's talk about these Superman leaks. If we don't have nothing yet with their panel, and then we're not gonna. It's not about me trying to spoil anything. It's just addressing just a little misinformation out there. That seems to keep happening. And see, with me, obviously I can give my opinion as far as what I want to see, what I think will happen, things like that. Or if something is just like blatantly false, even if, let's say I want Superman to fail, let's just, if we look from that standpoint, I don't want this film to do good. Does that mean to like just make up stuff though? Like that doesn't, I don't know what is that serving? You know what I'm saying? So there's no gratification if it's not true. And there was some supposed leaks people were talking about. It definitely wasn't true. But it gotta be fake. I'm not even a gun guy, but it can't be that bad. All right, so this is what I would say with the leaks. The main thing those leaks did was, well, how can you tell a leak is fake if all they talk about is stuff you saw in the trailer? Like that's like the first sign, that it was like, okay, we kind of went left because all you're doing is talking about what you see in the trailer. I mean, there were some significant things that I heard about the film that just that leak didn't even touch on. So I was like, okay, that's kind of, it really glossed over a lot of parts because they really didn't know the story. And then they tried to pull from the comics that Gunn said influenced, his film, and they came up with, with that story. On my platform, I think going on 5 years, I've been a real stickler of, let's get the real information. I mean, like I said, if it was real, then it's like, hey, like when that Flash leak, some of y'all may remember when that Flash leak came out and everyone was saying, oh, they leaked the Flash plot, right? And like in real time, I was like, I don't know. And then I heard from like 2 different people that same day, and it was like, no, that's, they got the whole film out there. And so then I covered that entire Flash leak on the channel, and I pre-warned everyone, this is spoilers. Because I was told the leak was real. And of course, the film came out, everything was real with that leak. With this Superman leak, with the Superman leak, no. I mean, what I will say, I hope people aren't that gullible. No, a lot of that stuff is fake. Again, whatever resembles some kind of real thing in that fake leak is stuff you see in the trailer. So yeah, I guess technically it's not all false because you see in the trailer. So yeah, no, it's not real. Yeah, let's see. Right now we're on The Bride, which again, these artsy films and things like that. That's going to be DeLuca and Abdi's legacy, but it's going to be their undoing, unfortunately. At least that's what it's looking like. Oh, you was asking, okay, with the Bradley Cooper thing, just so when that anonymous scooper account, that account on Twitter, I think it's like multiple people are on that anonymous Twitter account. So maybe some of them have sources. Probably not all of them. Some of them have sources. When they came out and said Bradley Cooper would be Jor-El, I heard from an independent source that was true. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I won't try to debunk that. That sounds like that seems to be true, the Bradley Cooper thing. And then I was told about Jor-El's role in the film. And just, I guess the main thing I'll say, yeah, I do believe the Bradley Cooper thing. I'm terrible at casting. I never scoop casting. I could probably debunk some stuff, but I'm never good at scooping the cast. But Jor-El's in the film as much as you kind of think of any Superman film. What's Jor-El's purpose? And it's definitely not like Russell Crowe length. No, you're not getting that. Just, Jor-El pops up. That's about it. Like, I'll just say that. Yeah, but like I said, sometimes people just be throwing stuff out there, man. like I said, like with this plot leak, they just swing for the fences, man, and throw out whatever they can. That Tom Cruise, that never sounded true. I did a stream when that rumor came out, and I was like, I'm not feeling that. The Bride. So it's a DiCaprio film. Shout out to Regina Hall. She's been in the game for a while. Maybe she'll get some more love with this film. Find out Superman didn't get a new trailer today. Now we getting some footage tonight. Why do you think they're doing a sneak peek in front of Minecraft instead? Now, I'm expecting first, they haven't done the DC panel yet, so I'm expecting some kind of trailer drop, like I said, tonight. And it sounds like they're doing both. They're doing the new footage tonight, Minecraft preview. So yeah, so I'm still expecting a trailer. I didn't hear no one come out and say that there's gonna be no trailer. We're gonna get this panel, and I think we're gonna get another look. Yeah, shout out to Regina Hall and Tiana Taylor. Like I say, he pulled an interesting cast together right there, Leo. Got a little too old for him, though. Let's see in the chat. Jay Turner says, "Is Matt Reeves' Batman canceled?" Nah, who said it was canceled? There's people that wanted to get canceled. Nah, definitely off the momentum that the first Batman did his thing, and in the Penguin series, they're still collecting awards off of the Penguin series. Yeah, you definitely make that Batman film after that. People want to just cancel everything. Yeah, it's like it's like I don't get it. I mean, as far as the delays, it's been said a few times, but we got time, so we'll talk about it. The first thing, as far as let's see, let's go back here. All right, they're still on the bride right now. Okay. I'll make sure we ain't had no updates. Oh yeah, Jay Turner. Yeah. The panel hasn't even happened yet, so they really want to make an impression online with this DC panel. Like I said, this is James Gunn's and Peter Safran's biggest moment for this film. New marketing and everything. But as far as Matt Reeves' The Batman, it's been said, you had the writer's strike, actor strikes, and everything with the film. And the fact that Matt Reeves is a notoriously slow writer. Like, it just made no mistake about it. He's a slow writer. And then on top of that, he has some personal life issues, like some personal stuff that are, I think, really, affect your routine. So with all that being said, and you don't have a script ready, but you have this highly anticipated film, that's not any reason to cancel a highly anticipated film. You make money with Batman. Again, any reason for the delay, it literally is because Matt Reeves is, being slow with his writing. And I'm kind of giving him a pass personally because there's some personal stuff in his life. You know what I'm saying? Shin is saying, is it true they are delaying it to fast track Brave and the Bold? No. What do you think will make the most money? And just because really it gets to the point, we just got to be logical with this, right? You already have a built-in brand where critics loved it, they found an audience, and it was profitable. Matt Reeves' The Batman. Then you had a successful series with all the momentum going into it. He said, okay, I misread you. Hold up. Any validity if the Batman is like, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'm still gonna stay on my tangent, Shin. But and I'll just ask it this way, just for people. So don't take it like it's you then, Shin. Just you have all the momentum. Would you release a film that has all the momentum, or put out a rebooted, newly cast? That you're seeing what's happening with Superman right now. You did a recast. You're trying to build up an audience again. You're not going to guarantee to get the same audience that like Man of Steel to come over and watch Corn Sweat, or you're not going to get that audience to automatically like Corn Sweat. So you are taking a chance rebooting Superman. With Batman, you want to make people out there want to think they're really going to take that chance again and stop the momentum of the Reeves Batman just so Gunn can reboot it. That doesn't make sense to me, but yeah. I mean, people forget they had a lot of people out there convinced like a month ago they were going to fold Matt Reeves into the DCU, the Matt Reeves Batman. I've consistently said that wasn't true because that's just what I was hearing. And it still doesn't seem to be true. This the most pictures they untook of Corn Sweat in his life. I got you, Shin. Yeah, a lot of people they took that quote from Safran, and that's just how you come up with those people come up with fake plot leaks. They take a little line of what someone says, they created an entire story. Right? As far as what Safran was saying in context, he was like basically they would rather Matt Reeves come out with a film 2027. For whatever reason, if Reeves still don't have his personal life where he needs it to be, and he can't get this story together and start getting it shot, by the end of this year, then a Batman film has to come out by 2027 for the shareholders. You could pencil in money that Batman makes. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're taking a risk with a reboot. So I feel the film's going to be made. Yeah. So as far as what I heard, what I heard is what I said. As far as with Reeves, if for whatever reason that's delayed, then that comes into the picture for sure. For sure, they're going to have to fast track and get a Batman movie in cycle for 2027. So I mean that is a real thing. People took that and said, "Oh, that means Matt Reeves' Batman's canceled." It's like, no, that's not the conclusion. That's the surest thing they got to put out. So New Line Cinema, I guess, is doing their thing now. Final Destination, Conjuring. Okay, they about to do the horror. The horror films and Mortal Kombat. That's the thing nowadays with these horror flicks, man. You could just flip money so quick. Just spend about $20 million on a horror flick, make 200. That's a good flip. Is WB done? Yeah, probably that first portion. You got the Warner Brothers, and they showed you, like I said, a few of those. The Sinners film that's about to come out, the Leonardo DiCaprio film, and that Bride film. So that's those artsy auteur films. That's what Warner Brothers. That's what DeLuca and Abbey was trying to do. And now with the New Line part, now you got the horror films and Mortal Kombat. Then you have WB Animation, and then DC. So that's how that's going to go. Yeah. So right now we're on the second of 4 parts. Yeah, I think we're about to get some Mortal Kombat stuff right now. Yeah. And for those coming in, first off, whatever platform you're on, smash the like. Make sure you still subscribe. Main YouTube channel, we're back. We're monetized. The Superman channel is monetized as well, too. Just to let you know. But much appreciated overall. Whatever platform you're watching, whatever platform you're watching this from, we're going to be bringing y'all more of what you're here for. We are talking CBM, Geek Film News, Box Office. We got the Superman channel over there. We're on Twitter. We're waiting on Superman. There's a lot of interest in this. So we're going to talk about it. And we was talking about some of the rumors that people was hearing and the plot leak. And see, and I only laughed when that plot leak, because as soon as I looked into the leak, just reading it and just knowing the things they were missing from it, I was like, okay. It's like, this is fake. I've seen too many fake leaks. I've covered them, like I said, every year. So, that one's not real, y'all. But we're going to get something real tonight. If people missed the beginning of the show, we got this video today.
We have something really special for you.
It's an extended preview of Superman.
You can check it out in theaters soon. We can't wait for you to see it.
So they confirmed that 5-minute preview thing that people was talking about. And the main Superman and DC account said it will be 5-minute preview attached to Minecraft. Minecraft is a film that's attached to, and they're gonna try to see if they gauge interest. This is a big deal for their marketing. So Minecraft opens up this weekend, and then tonight we're expecting footage, trailer. It's be interesting, dropping something tonight because this will dominate the conversation this evening. Yeah, it's profit without much effort. I agree. But it's a good way to flip your money, man. Throw in 10, get 100. I've never seen so many pictures. That's a what do you call it? Creative fit. Wearing a Gazette dress. The Conjuring Last Rites for you horror people out there. If you're fans of that franchise, the New Line Cinema Presence says this will be the best one since Dark Knight. That is the actual quote. He didn't say Dark Knight, but they're saying it's going to be their best. I really don't get into too many of those films. I don't get too much into stuff like that. But if you're down for that, this is what they're saying. Okay, that's what's up. So where the horror is at? You got the Conjuring right here. So I'm trying to think with Warner Bros. Animation, they would probably have to show something for DC for the animation now, I would think. Because that is interesting to put Warner Bros. Animation separate. The Last Rites. That is what it is. I'm going to give them credit. They are trying to make Superman the showstopper. Ooh, we got an little MK update. We knew it was coming out in October, right? October 24th, officially. Mortal Kombat 2. I thought I already had that, though. Let me see. I got my outdated slate. Yeah. I already had that date. That ain't breaking news. We saw Ballerina earlier. Final Destination. So yeah, we're still in the middle of the horrors exclusive look of Final Destination Bloodlines is going on right now. We're still on the New Line Cinema portion, folks. They did the Warner Brothers films. DC is separate. DC is last. I will throw out real quick, since we're on the topic of CinemaCon. I saw when the stream first started, people were still buzzing over the Spider-Man news, huh? Beyond the Spider-Verse. Yesterday's Sony CinemaCon panel, they released new footage, or new pictures, I should say. Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming in 2027. I don't mind it taking an extra year or whatever. This looks great. Looking forward to this. Got the Prowler Spider-Man. Some good shots with this film, man. Everyone liked the first two. We're expecting more of the same. On top of that, let's take this up. Yeah, the confirmation of Spider-Man Brand New Day. This one was kind of weird. The title is an interesting choice for this title. All right. First, it solidifies the release date, where you got Avengers Doomsday coming out in May. And I think Mandalorian Grogu comes out late May, or is that June? When does that come out? Because that's going to be kind of interesting, actually. That's all under Disney. That's May. So Mandalorian Grogu comes out May 22nd. I think Supergirl's is Supergirl a week after that? I hope not, for her sake. No, she comes out at the end of June. Okay. Supergirl's safe. I was about to say, this is about to be a massacre. Okay. False alarm, folks. I saw they released it. I was like, man, somebody ain't gonna make it. But anyway, Spider-Man Brand New Day, it comes out in June. So just to clarify what I was just saying, Avengers Doomsday comes out early May. Mandalorian Grogu comes out end of May. Supergirl end of June. And then Spider-Man Brand New Day end of July. Interesting drop for that. So why is this title funny? Well, it's showing the supposedly the difference going forward of this Spider-Man. That's what everyone wanted. With Tom Holland, not relying on Iron Man and everything like that. And then people remember the comic book. It borrows from this comic book, Brand New Day. Now, this was the infamous comic is One More Day with Mephisto and all the weird stuff. One More Day. And then after that was this here Brand New Day, which was dealing with the aftermath of the terrible choices they made in One More Day. So just kind of a weird, just a weird thing to put out there. So yeah. Very weird. Looking forward to it though. Is Sadie Sink going to play Jackpot? I didn't hear about any multiverse things. This Spider-Man 4 trailer or story has the script has changed like multiple times. So I'm not even sure what the story is anymore. Now they really pumping up this Final Destination. They got the emojis, the emoji flags on Twitter. It's going down. May 16, dropping next month. So Mortal Kombat, these are shots that we saw before. Daredevil season 4. I think it's like 2 more episodes after tonight of Daredevil. Tell you, last week it was good. I mean, I'm enjoying the Daredevil show. It's a little too episodic. I kind of want to see stuff get done, but I guess it's the point of the series. They want to kind of drag out different aspects of the character. So it is what it is. I enjoy it. I like that I could just, tune in to a Daredevil series. So not complaining, but hopefully season 2 is just a little more. Yeah. Comic story didn't go over well. Yeah. Because the title, Brand New Day, that's literally what they're trying to do. This is where they're at. And I think even you, Music City, in one of our chat groups, you kind of looked at No Way Home as kind of that one more day Mephisto type thing, So I kind of see where they're going with that. Spider-Man fans probably kind of see where they're going with that. So, yeah. Never going to live down one more day. No, it's the worst Spider-Man story ever. Yeah. It just universally, it's felt to be the worst ever. Since we're on Mortal Kombat, what's your thoughts on Johnny Cage, Carl Urban? Yeah, No Way Home. That pretty much was one more day, right? And thankfully they had Garfield, Maguire in there. So Carl Urban, Tana. Again, these pictures been out. Oh, so I'm saying he's a miscast. He's a miscast. I mean, Carl Urban, it's to the point with him, he probably could just play everything. I think he's just that type of guy at this point. I rock with Carl, wouldn't have made him Cage. He's not my first choice either, but is it going to be such an eyesore that you just can't watch the film? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be that put off. But no, he's not Johnny Cage at all. No, I agree. I agree with that. Is One More Day worse than Clone Saga? Yes. One More Day is universally, as far as the Spider-Man story, more people refer to One More Day. It's even worse than Clone Saga. Clone Saga just was like, it was like, okay, how far can we go with this? But then they started doing the multiverse stuff with Spider-Man. That kind of made people forget about the clone crap they were doing. So, yeah. One More Day is the worst. And the current Spider-Man run, Yeah, not a lot to be happy about. Yeah, but Mortal Kombat, the first one, I enjoyed it for what it was. It wasn't great at all. It was nothing great. But I enjoyed it. I like it. They had some fatalities. This one here, I want to see the whole tournament because I don't watch Mortal Kombat for some adventure story. It's like, no, just give me the tournament. So part 2, they said we're giving you the tournament. So that's what I want to see. Shin said the current Amazing Spider-Man run where he's being cucked. I think One More Day is worse. As bad this current Amazing Spider-Man run, I haven't picked up an issue. It's been over a year. I'll probably read some. Sometimes I get digital comics, and I'll try to catch up a little bit on the Spider-Man stuff. I lost the desire to catch up with that amazing run. So yeah, I'm with you on that, but I still feel One More Day is worse than the current run. Cheryl Khan is fierce. Yeah. Hey, this film, we're not expecting the masterpiece here, folks. Let's see. They should be wrapping up this New Line part, in my opinion. F1 is up. This is a film they're distributing. This is an Apple TV film starring Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, who's an up-and-coming name. His name pops up a lot lately. Idris. Warner Bros. Is just doing the distribution of the film. They didn't pay to make the film. The film is supposed to be extra expensive. But again, that's Apple TV. So long story short, if F1 wins, it's not Warner Brothers win. Somehow Warner Brothers finds their way into that. But yeah, so that's what that is. And I guess they must be putting it out under the New Line Cinema banner. Let me see. F1. Yeah, just Warner Bros. Pictures is distributing it. I don't see nothing with New Line with that, but all right. This film has a pretty good cast. Like I said, Damson Idris, Brad Pitt, Javier Bardem. They got some good names. Yeah, that was the OG one. Yeah, the first ever Mortal Kombat film. That's goated to me, man. Yeah, I know they made it PG-13, but it has one of the best like soundtrack songs ever. Mortal Kombat. That song, people they was playing it in the clubs. You hear people driving in their cars playing Mortal Kombat. Man. As long as it has good fights and some cool VFX, I'll be satisfied. Agreed. Yeah, F1. It's gonna be a pretty cool film. I do think, like at this point, like Brad Pitt, he's not the ultimate draw, in my opinion. But surrounding him with a good cast definitely helps. That's interesting. Oh, see, this is what happened at CinemaCon. See, I have a feeling. All right, so as far as what it's saying right here, right now, CinemaCon, they're playing the first 10 minutes of F1. And at CinemaCon in Vegas, this is for the theater exhibitors. So it's all about theatrical. And so they just want to, get them hyped because they want them to, sell their movie in the box office, get some back end deals and stuff like that. So at times they screen the films at CinemaCon. That's happened several times. Or you get exclusive footage. Like Marvel did this with Multiverse of Madness. They showed the first sequence of that film only at CinemaCon. So they're doing this now for F1. I'm expecting that first 5-minute preview. I think we're going to get some reactions tonight because they're going to show, I think they're going to show that 5-minute preview to the CinemaCon audience tonight. I still think we're getting a trailer. I think as a public, I think we're going to get our trailer. But in the house tonight at CinemaCon, I think they're going to see the first 5 minutes, and you're going to get some online impressions of actual footage of Superman. And it's going to be interesting. Now, I know it's theater exhibitors, and some of them are shields. Okay, you got all the shields in the building right here, so you can't get no more perfect setup for James Gunn right now. Like, he can own the internet tonight. But just the fact that I'm seeing F1 is playing their first 10 minutes, I think Gunn's going to show that 5 minutes tonight, and we're going to hear about it. We're going to hear about it. It's my time to shield at CinemaCon. Oh, man. I think if it was a Marvel event, all the shields, they own with that Marvel. Yeah, seeing this, I forget at CinemaCon, they definitely bring that footage. So yeah, they gonna see it tonight. The rest of us will see it like in front of Minecraft, or if something leaks. Nothing's gonna leak outside of CinemaCon. They got it so locked down. And so I mean, you're seeing like people taking pictures and stuff. Yeah, when it's time for the footage, they will come through there and make sure, like, they see any light from a phone, they will shut it down real quick. That's how they did it at San Diego Comic-Con, when it was like, I was surprised someone captured that Fantastic Four at Comic-Con last year, because they was not playing. They was not playing with those phones in there. When they want you, when they want to show you something exclusive, they like put their phones up. We're gonna come and monitor. So CinemaCon is even tighter security than that. So that's where we're at. Feeding for that Superman trailer. It better be good. Well, at the very least, someone's seeing new footage of Superman tonight. And at the very least, we're going to hear about it as it drops in real time. This marketing team, they may have put Superman in a very good position by the end of this night. Yeah, it'll be descriptions. Yeah, they're not going. The rest of us, we'll get the trailer they want us to see. See the Shields reactions. Yeah, we're gonna, man. It's gonna be a glaze fest. Are we ready for the glazing? It's about to happen. Joseph Kozinski says F1's the most realistic depiction of racing on film. And I like stuff like that. I like they try to give that authentic experience. That's one thing that caught on with people with Top Gun Maverick, because you just felt, it's a real depiction of being in the cockpit, right? Now in racing, they want to do that with F1. I'm interested to see what they got. It says, where's the Superman merch? I ain't seen nothing in stores. I don't like what type of merch you mean. Like, I don't know, like what, like toys? They need to get like some Happy Meals or something. They get a Happy Meal deal, it's over. For Superman. Yeah, it is odd. I ain't seen like no toys or nothing. I'm thinking though, like, what would they're gonna partner with some kind of fast food chain? I'm just trying to think of like who would they pick for Superman? It's gotta be McDonald's. They gotta work out some McDonald's deals. Minecraft has a Happy Meal deal. Then I think Superman will get it too. Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer then. If I'm gonna guess. And I think that would do wonders. That would do wonders for Superman. You get that McDonald's deal, and that's interesting marketing. If again, we're speculating on that part. It's a lot of hype from F1. All right, as we mentioned, it was 4 phases to the Warner Brothers panel. They came out with the Warner Brothers and the cinephile part of it, with the Leonardo DiCaprio film and Sinners and everything, right? Then you had New Line Cinema with horror and Mortal Kombat. Now it's Warner Brothers Animation. Then the 4th part will be DC. Now, Warner Bros. Animation, this is weird because Warner Bros. Just sold away 2 Looney Tunes films. That's The Day the Earth Blew Up and Coyote vs. Acme. So, what does WB Animation have? Are they going to announce something that they're going to make only to sell it to Catch Up Entertainment? I'm just saying. Zero chance they talk about Looney Tunes. That's kind of crazy for Warner Brothers. Like, this how far you've fallen that your most recognized animation in a lifetime of Warner Brothers is Looney Tunes, and they sold 2 films. I won't believe whatever they announce and say, "Oh, we're going to do we're going to do a new Bugs Bunny." I'm not going to believe it. I think you're going to sell it. Like, either way, it's no confidence. So we're getting closer to the DC part. They're making they want this to be a showstopper, y'all. Against this new marketing team. We're going to see. I'm here to talk about the results, right? If they generate hype, they're going to generate hype. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait a minute. I want to address this first. If the momentum for Superman will be there come July, if they strike a chord now, because it begins now with this marketing. It begins this week with CinemaCon. You're 3 months away from the film. You gotta have this film in people's minds before Jurassic World Rebirth drops, because that's shutting it down. So you get ahead of that. CinemaCon 5-minute preview, then get people talking about the preview, create some kind of buzz. Obviously, the trailer, you got to do a new trailer. All that has to happen this week. And I think, yeah, if it lands, yes, it can carry. I mean, this is their marketing. This could carry them for the next 3 months. you'll drop a final look. Because this new trailer we're going to get, this is going to be like the story trailer. The first teaser trailer, that was just flashes of the film. You really get no real dialogue. They kind of just showed the premise. This new trailer that we're expecting is the story trailer. And I think the story trailer will probably debunk anything you saw with those fake leaks. Right? And then finally you'll do the final trailer where you want to do, you know, the money shots as much as possible and stuff. So yeah, it starts now, man. If you're going to build up momentum, it starts now. So you got the president of WB Animation on the stage. Talk about awkward. It's like we make films, but then we sell them. Like that's the message you're gonna tell people. Caleb says if Holland is in Doomsday and makes a deal with Doom, Spider-Man 4 title could play well. Yeah, we'll see. So you're gonna be glazing Gunn, huh? Think Brad Pitt's still that dude? I mean, I guess my thing with Brad Pitt, I'm just going off the box office numbers. That's all I'll say with that. But I mean, yeah, is he like a quality actor still and everything? Yeah, of course. It's Brad Pitt. It's Brad freaking Pitt. So again, as a reminder to people, we've been staking out, waiting on the DC panel. We're on the third of 4 parts of Warner Brothers. On stage right now is WB Animation, who just has the worst reputation in the world right now. Like, I wish I had video of this. Man, but then after WB Animation, which they probably don't have nothing, then DC should be up in a few minutes. So definitely smash the like. Make sure you still subscribe. Y'all already know, at the end of the day, I'm always going to cover DC. We're going to always give our comments, give our opinions. I'm results based. I'm results. What do you actually do? I could talk about my opinion as well, but real big on just the actual numbers of these things. And so that's what we're going to do. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you smash that like. We're going to continue to just talk simply about the results. And then we could commentate all around it. If it failed, then what did I want to happen? So I try to make that clear with my coverage here. So appreciate the support. Again, those that's been supporting the main YouTube channel is back monetized again. The Superman channel is monetized as well. Appreciate y'all over on that feed. I normally don't do lives like this on that channel, but we're going to be here live to see what DC does. And then I'll probably chop up some videos for y'all over there on the Superman channel. So you know how we do. X Twitter holding it down. Let's see. I said 2 minutes to Daredevil. Tonight, like I said, it's DC over everything for me right now. So I'll watch Daredevil probably later tonight. It's DC over everything right now. Everyone is optimistic. Nobody's super hyped, as we've been let down so many times by this company. With Superman, with this film, because again, you automatically have a segment of DC fans that's saying whatever Gunn does is going to be trash to them, right? So I always kind of, we acknowledge the polar opposites here, where there's some that's just not going to give it a chance at all. And then you have the ultimate Glazers, who's already declaring this to be the best DC film since Dark Knight, right? We ain't about that. We're about the conversation, those who we want to see the results based. What is it actually going to do? That's what I'm here for. That conversation, and if I don't like it, I don't like it. As I always cover stuff. So I think, yeah, it's definitely been a lot of attention on this film. I mean, that's why I have the entire second channel, the Superman channel, because of the interest in the film. So it's definitely there. Now it's about bringing the goods. And like I said, it starts tonight. People may think I'm overstating this, but this is the beginning of is the marketing and the hype going to be there for Superman, or is this going to be a dud? And it'll just kind of scrape what it can get. And tonight's going to establish this. So we're going to see. We're going to catch them in real time, as they say. Hold up. I just said, yo, Warner Bros. Animation, they're going to announce whatever they announce. I'm not going to believe it. Why did they announce a Looney Tunes movie? Why did they do this? Why did they do this, bro? Can't make this up, y'all. You cannot make this up. What about the week that you just sold away your second animated film? You announced 3 more. And we're supposed to believe we're supposed to believe all these are going to be made and released under Warner Brothers? Come on, man. The Flintstones, I could see that could be a 1, but anything Looney Tunes, I don't believe you. Tom and Jerry, they do like their Tom and Jerry. I will give it that. They do like their Tom and Jerry. Looney Tunes and Flintstones. Okay. We could it's gotta be some kind of meter, like what's the over under? How many of these projects really will be made? I'll do a 1.5 over under. Under over 1.5. Will any of these films be made? Over under. I will only say over because I think Tom and Jerry actually plays well for them. It did good on Max for them. And I think Flintstones. Anything Looney Tunes is not going to get made. It's just, they might as well just sell Looney Tunes, bro. It just got to be some bad juju with them and Looney Tunes. But Flintstones, that actually made slap for them right there. This is all animated. I think Flintstones will play really well. They may jazz it up a little bit. I'm down with that. That one's, Tom and Jerry's Tom and Jerry. That's. But Looney Tunes is supposed to be better than all this stuff. Unreal. Oh man. You say under 1.5? So it means at least 1 or none will be made. Yeah, I'm with the Flintstones. That one stands out more than anything because, like I said, the Looney Tunes stuff, it's just unreal what's happening with them and Looney Tunes. Tom and Jerry, like I said, it has its thing, but Flintstones, that does stand out to me. I think the families, everything. I think they will see that one through. Let's see, we got some detractors of Flintstones. That's funny. Man, it just this just shows like I don't know. It's a little lack of awareness, I feel. The Cat in the Hat. Is that Warner Brothers? Cat in the Hat? Now it's time for DC Studios. This is where we're at. I knew the animation wasn't gonna be long. They was like, hey, we ain't got nothing. We just sold everything we had. But yo, we may do this Flintstones or something else. That panel's over. DC Studios is up next. So if y'all here for the DC coverage, appreciate y'all sticking around. We're gonna see what they're gonna talk about. This is show this is show me time. Smash the like, make sure you still subscribe. Appreciate all the platforms watching, hanging. Yeah, that Cat in the Hat. So is that Warner Brothers Cat in the Hat? It said it was unfinished. That's not Warner Brothers. I think someone just lying on Twitter or something. That's Universal. Yeah. Why do you lie like that? People just, you see how people just easily lie? Cat in the Hat, bro. It's like, what we talking about Looney Tunes. We talking about everything else. Oh, maybe those. Oh, behind the scenes Superman footage is being shown right now. This is what they're saying. Now, on the Superman channel, now stuff's gonna start coming out fast now, right? Because like I said, it's a lot of people online and in the building, they're tweeting everything they're seeing. On the Superman channel, y'all saw we covered all that behind the scenes stuff in real time. James Gunn and Peter Safran are on the stage right now. It's going down right now. We're about to get some answers. Now, what's the expectations for DC Studios at CinemaCon? Obviously, the Superman footage is what everyone is waiting to react to. They're going to talk some Supergirl. We're expecting Clayface, at least something about Clayface, just, talking. He's not going to show nothing. Probably some concept art. That'd be cool. Can we get a concept art of Clayface? I think we're going to get some Sergeant Rock confirmations tonight. So maybe they'll confirm Colin Farrell if he is Sergeant Rock and that they want to go into production. I heard they wanted to go into production this summer for Sergeant Rock. Batman Part 2, that comes out in 2027. So I guess what else? Like Jay Turner, what else do we need to know about Batman Part 2, right? This is supposed to go into production this year. It would be nice. So yeah, that'd be nice to be like, hey, we got Reeves on the phone. You're like, hey guys, I'm not fired. Like that'd be cool. Gunn is here to introduce some titles, they say. We about to find out real soon what's up with the footage. I think they're going to get, again, the 5-minute preview at CinemaCon. So we're going to get some reactions within the next half hour here or sooner. And then what the thing that everyone's waiting for is obviously we need a trailer drop. Rachel Browser here says, "And James Gunn we trust." That is the quote. And they're selling this film, just merely as a Superman film. You got an interesting cast, but they're selling this. You know, James Gunn is the star of the film. He's the the famous director, right? How are you gonna get people into the box office? Yes, Superman is a brand. Yes. Nicholas Holt's a great actor. I think he's gonna be the best thing in his film. But you're selling it that James Gunn is a director, and so they're hoping his fans respond, and then fans of Superman and DC fans respond. That's what they're hoping on. Will it work? A DC slate is up, folks. A DC slate is up. We're going to get a picture as soon as it pops up. You got the trades. The trades following every second of this. They show Metamorpho, a new scene with Metamorpho. That's the scissor reel at CinemaCon. Show us a slate. Corn Sweat, the trio. Corn Sweat, Brosnahan, Nicholas Hoult on stage. The heck is this? Who the fuck is this? Summer of Superman. A new look at Metamorpho. We need somebody to upload this. Bro, crypto? Whose man's is this? Oh man. So right now, Gunn's talking about Superman. Somebody said some slate popped up. There's April Fools, though, This is sending me this crypto. This is what I want to see. I want to see this new look at Metamorpho. That's what I want to see. The photo was cringe. Are you talking about the crypto one? Yeah. It's cringe, bro. We want Metamorpho. What we saying in the chat here? They don't have confidence in this film to showcase the public. Well, this is CinemaCon, man. There's gonna be real things to probably hate on this film, but you can't hate. This is how CinemaCon goes, man. It is an L. You showing us at a closed event. That was funny. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see what they got. New Metamorpho footage. So Gunn, he's talking about when he was offered the film. We all talked about that for a while. Yeah. He decided to do Suicide Squad instead. And the rest is history, I guess, for DC. We need some pictures. We need some footage. No one cares about this Suicide Squad story. We got a quote from Nicholas Hoult. says David dressed as Superman is flying into the sunset, and I felt like I was witnessing the magic of cinema in first person in real time. That was Nicholas Holt speaking on the memorable experiences on set with Corn Sweat. I mean, Corn Sweat, like I said, this film's going to determine how much are we going to see of this dude going forward. Because I think even if Superman underperforms, I think we get to Supergirl next summer. And you're just hiding. You're kind of going to hide Superman if this film doesn't do good enough. But if this film resonates and there's an audience, then you're going to be seeing plenty more Corn Sweat. This is a big opportunity for him. I swear, if they keep talking about this, so this is interesting. There'll be potential pocket universes, meaning every film doesn't have to be this world-ending situation. Like, I could totally see the Lanterns are kind of going to be over there, and it may be some kind of crossover, but nothing major until you get to that huge, what we're believing is the 2031 Justice League New Frontier, where everyone crosses over. But you may have little corners of universes, that is possible. Let's see. Nicholas Holt jokes as an icon. It's nice to finally get to play one. Yeah, he's going to do great as Lex. All right, we need some pictures. Oh, did I misread that? He says Pocket Universe is in Superman. Now, that's interesting. Let me go back to that. Oh, that could be Mr. and Miss Spitalik. Oh, see, so I must have bring back that old video. I heard the original idea when Gunn was first writing this script for Superman. That early idea was Mr. and Miss Spitalik to somehow to pop up in this film. And watching all the behind the scenes stuff and everything we're hearing, I was like, I don't know where it will fit in this film. But if Gunn is talking about pocket universes, that's Mr. Mixie right there. And that fuels what everyone is saying about this would be like the Adventures of Superman. Yeah, pocket universes. That's interesting. That does kind of open up. That opens up some things right there. Okay. Yeah, everyone's just talking about that scene, but they got to show us the scene. Gunn can pull off Mr. Mixie if he does like Adventures with Superman, utilize all Superman from the past. That could be a thing too. Yeah, this definitely, that quote definitely lines up with what people were saying. Adventures of Superman. He's taking elements from it, and yeah, I think that sounds like that's what he's doing. Hopefully, we get some audio of him talking about that pocket universe. No, the way it's read, pocket universes in Superman. That's not separate stories. No, that's what I thought. I thought it was separate stories for the DCU overall. He says it's going to be pocket universes in Superman. That's not a different story. That's an A plot, B plot. That's different stories. Pocket universe, that's something different. That's something different. See, Spidey said, didn't the leak the other day say pocket universe? Yeah, I think it was mentioned in that leak. That leak also left out a lot of stuff. So I don't believe that leak personally. Yeah, no, Shin, no, we're not going to agree. Which is not good. That's not a pocket universe, separate stories. It's not. But yeah, in that leak, that supposed leak, it talked about, like I said, stuff that was in the trailer. And then people was talking about Adventures of Superman, that it would take aspects of it. So they put a lot of stuff that people heard in that thing, and then they put a lot of fake stuff as well too. Because some of the stuff in that leak plot be true, but yeah, possibly because they were going off stuff that we saw. But no, I don't believe that story. No, it's certain things like in that leak, like dealing with crypto, that I don't believe that happens in the film. So yeah, I'll just say that. Well, again, we gotta get the audio right. So we need like someone to officially speak on this or give us some audio of him talking about it. And then we're waiting on this footage. All this talk is just talk. It's put up or shut up time. And as far as with the pocket universe, again, people are saying he's teasing pocket universes. According to people, again, are putting together some of his quotes. Gunn teased pocket universes, sorcery, flying dogs, Max Fleischer cartoons. Pocket universes, sorcery, flying dogs, Fleischer. That's an interesting. Actually, let's throw this over here. Shout out to DC Films News. So this is part of what he's teasing. He wants it out there, this talk of pocket universes. That's interesting. That's interesting he's decided that. That's a good theory, for sure. That's pretty wild. All right, so far no footage, but this is the tease. What we think so far? Right now, he's talking about crypto. I know y'all dying to hear that. Pocket Universe probably in all the extra space. Oh, come on now. I gotta read this before I bring it up, man. So sorcery, that's got to be Mr. and Miss Spitalik, right? It has to be, right? Pocket Universe is sorcery. Because I mean, we know again with Superman. I mean, that's magic is his worst, probably worse than kryptonite to him. Flying dogs, Fleischer cartoons. It's a lot going on. Sorcery. That's what's really standing out to me. Sorcery. I'm trying to think of like what magical DC character. Because that's what we got to start thinking about that now. There's a character in this film we didn't really know about. You know what I'm saying? Pocket Universe is just that's your way to have oh, that's right, Cersei. But Pocket Universe, that's your way to have the Patterson Pocket Universe, right? Would that be funny? That's how they cross over. Like he just pulls them out of the Pocket Universe. I like the idea of Cersei because we've seen her already in Creature Commandos. And when we watched, I was just about to say that, Shin, when we was watching Creature Commandos, they revealed that she was through Metropolis before she got arrested, meaning she probably ran into Superman. But he had to have some help because Cersei's magic base. So that's one thing. We're probably getting Mr. Mixie and, we may get Cersei flying through here. Yeah, Carlos was there. Interesting. All right. It said he kept talking about the dog. Okay. We need the footage. We don't want to hear about crypto. This man's still talking about crypto, according to the. He's still talking about crypto. Etrigan, I would like Etrigan, Constantine. I mean, yeah, saying sorcery, like we're going there. Like we're getting a magical character, a magical DC character in this. You think Bat might? That's possible. It's possible. I'm gonna give weirdos just really one chance. We over having a good conversation about, and we're giving our opinions about the film. We're not here for you to talk about you got some leak and you want to pretend like you have something in the chat. I'm not going to allow that in the chat. By all means, give your opinion about the film, whether you don't like it, whether you like it. No weirdos, no weird shit, bro. We don't need that in the chat. All right. Sorcery. All in era Superman comics has some chaos gods introduced. Superman had to fight Dr. Fate. That'd be cool. Dr. Fate would be a good idea. We're getting some type of magical based character though. That is intriguing. But now we need some footage, Gunn. Let's see, no talks of footage yet. More crypto, more crypto updates. If it's magic, I'm thinking Cersei. Yeah, most sense. She was already in the DCU. We've seen her already. Gotta be Cersei. This is an interesting wrinkle to me. Okay, weirdo. The weirdo that came back in the chat. Yeah, I like Zatanna. Zatanna's a great idea. Yeah, like just bro. You still don't understand what I just said. Since okay, you're leaving. Yeah, thank you. It's like all I could do is give you straight English. We don't want that weird stuff over here, bro. That's all. We already addressed the leaks and stuff. We're not here. We're not here talking about fake leaks. Okay, they are showing a new scene. This may be the 5-minute footage, but they're saying a new scene is being shown right now in CinemaCon. I think they're getting to 5 minutes. So we're about to hear about it, folks. They're filming they're screening new footage right now. It says a trailer / clip. Five minutes better be good. There's going to be another TV spot. Crazy eye, Superman again. Yeah, no, same thing. Crazy, cross-eyed, whatever you want to call it. This has to land. And with this audience, if we're just going to get feedback from the audience, when we see this 5 minutes, it has to land, man. Playtime's over. We got an account right here saying new Superman scenes being shown right freaking now. Mm-mm. So they had a behind the scenes sizzle reel. We've got a new look at Metamorpho. And then separately now they're watching a new scene. Again, I believe it's the 5-minute scene. We'll see. The footage exists. It's just will they release the trailer? That's the only question. Okay, I think we got a description. Huh. I'm about to pull it up. We got a description, but this description don't sound right. just gonna say that this description don't sound right. All right, everyone's coming out with their descriptions. We got this one here. So it says in the sneak peek they just showed us CinemaCon. It opens on the snowy planet of Krypton. I don't know why it says that. I mean, you got to be at the fortress. Maybe they don't know what they're talking about. The Superman crashes into the ground. He wheezes and bleeds. This is the beginning of the trailer. Whistles for Crypto. Okay, so we're going to get that scene. They're going to let us flesh that out. Crypto gleefully jumps all over him, causing more pain. Crypto is trying to play. Crypto, take me home, Superman says. Crypto licks his face. Crypto runs circles around him. Is this the Crypto show? And finally grabbing his cape with his mouth and dragging him across the snow. The Palace of Solitude rises from the ground in an icy formation, and the pair go inside. So again, this is the fortress. Whoever's writing this don't understand what this is. Robots lift Superman and carry him. Superman thanks them. The robot states, "There's no need to thank us, as we will not understand." They examine him in a medical office. They blast him with sunlight, and Superman screams. First, the person that wrote this, this is the worst person possible to write anything Superman related. This sounds like the scene they should have showed at the Puppy Bowl, you know? Yeah, they said he's on Krypton. I'm like, no, it's not that. So it's a crypto scene. All right, now we have other explanations were saying what? Everyone is saying it's a consensus. The Fortress of Solitude rises out of the Arctic. So I guess that's how it conceals itself, right? That's what it sounded like. Crypto takes a badly hurt Superman to heal. You got the robots helping him, directing sunlight to heal him. That's the scene. That's the sequence. Is that scene interesting enough? Right? That's the question. You got a lot of crypto action. And it sounds like that's it. No Supergirl, no other details. It's that crypto scene, the Fortress of Solitude scene, is the footage released. So far, no mention of a trailer. So we get the crypto Fortress of Solitude scene, folks. That was the highlight of the show. This man said he went to crypto. That's the only thing that upsets me was the explanation. No trailer, folks. Others are saying it's just an expansion of the first trailer. You get more of that scene. It's the crypto movie. Yeah, THR, yeah. They fixed it. I'm glad I recorded this so I can always hold their mistake over them. This we gotta be honest here. This, what I've continued to say with this film, first off, I do like the tease of some possible sorcery, so that's cool. You know, I do want to see who that magical character be, because I didn't hear of any of that. So that's one thing. This footage is more of the first trailer, basically, the first scene. Hey, this film could end up being okay, but it's not ready for the big boys. That's the feeling I've had with this film the whole time. I don't think it's ready for the big dogs this summer between Jurassic World, Fantastic Four, right? The first teaser trailer I thought was a great introduction. And then now we're just getting the crypto and the fortress scene, which I do want to see the scene. I do want to see the scene, but it's just not ready for the big boys. I think the fortress will look cool. I like the idea of retracting out of the ground, just hearing what they're saying, but this ain't enough. This is going to be just, this film is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not expecting like this big blockbuster. I'm not expecting that. No trailer. And so this I don't think this was 5 minutes. From what they describe right here, I don't think it was even 5 minutes. It's not enough, right? So are they saving? They're really going to save that 5 minute look? Is that what we're doing? I'm seeing some disappointed people on social media right now. It's not what a lot of people were expecting, folks. And this isn't just, Snyder fans or, just overall. Someone said a whole bunch of chairs beat DC's entire panel. That's rough. That's a little harsh. But that's why I said the state of DC right now is not ready for the big dogs. People are saying WB really didn't have any news. Man. And again, all I'm doing, initially, I just go off the feedback of people and just accounts that I trust and stuff like that as well, too. Just universally, this was a L. And these are people that were probably in the building. That is disappointing. This did not strike up the talk that people that this film needed. So again, to be a blockbuster, this is a mid-level film about Superman, and they're hoping to just make a little bit of money so they can make more. That's where DC is at right now. Unless you have Batman. Because again, with me, I always look at, again, the results, the reality of anything. This film that we keep hearing about, what Superman is, it doesn't belong in July. This is a film you come out in May, in the month of May, maybe. This is a film you come out February, when the coast is clear and you just want to do a nice, wholesome story. That's what this film is sounding wholesome. But I mean, it's going to be moments in the film for sure. But it's not ready for this. This isn't the smoke that you want with what they're describing here. Again, we still got to see the sequence. I think the retractable fortress is a cool idea. Then you got Marvel just showing chairs, bro. You know, does it always have to be a comparison? No, we don't always got to compare Marvel with DC, but it's just, you know what hype is when you see it. And you know where, you know, it's like, just okay. You know that when you see it. So I think that's what we saw. We just saw this. I still think, hey, this film could end up being okay. Just let's not put it next to blockbusters. That's all. If we're going to build up, then just build up. Because it's going to be an unnecessary trouncing next to Jurassic World. No, the chairs were more hype, Maria. Chairs. And a box of scraps. Let's catch up with the chat, and then we just gonna wrap this up. We just gonna wrap this up. Yeah. Let's see what y'all saying. Sony had a new Karate Kid trailer. DC showed Bumpkus. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, we got some people saying it's okay. Pretty satisfied. Like I said, yeah. If they would have, I'm wondering, like, if they would have just released this footage, that would have been cool to the public. Just release this footage. Likely this is part of the 5-minute preview. So I still plan on going to see the 5-minute preview for sure. And then there's like levels to hypeness, and it's just, I don't think they satisfied everyone today. Yeah. I mean, to bring Corn Sweat and everyone out, it's like, I thought they was going to really do something. All right. Interesting. All right. Let's see. Let's catch up with your comments. Like I said, we're gonna slide on now. Maria's cool with this. Okay. ASAP says it's making 450. They definitely got to bring some hype. I will say that for it to hit, because my number I was figuring 600 million. Also, I was counting on, just good buzz. Mirror thinks they're ready for the big dogs. Okay. There go those chairs. There go those chairs. Mirror says we're being too hard on WB. I mean, like I said, I'm about your merits, right? If this is where we're at, this is where we're at. Now the story ain't gonna be small like this. Again, I'm trying to measure the hype meter. The film that I heard about, I think is gonna be okay. Just the parts that I heard about the film. But you had a chance to just get some kind of hype, like what you did teaser trailer week. You had the teaser to the teaser, then you showed the teaser trailer. That week was great for DC. Then you had the missteps with some of the marketing. This was them trying to bring that back. Now they're really putting this all in this 5-minute preview, which likely it's an extended version of this here. Superman crashing down next to the fortress. You got the interaction with Crypto. Crypto takes him to the fortress. Again, this should be a cool visual. The fortress retracts up. And then the robots blast Superman with the sunlight. Is that 5 minutes? That may be, right? They may pad that out, and that's what the preview would be. I definitely want to see the footage. But it's just the reactions. This is what I'm focused on. I know some are taking it like, okay, that means the quality is bad. It's like, no, I'm saying from a marketing standpoint, are you hyping up enough people? And that just doesn't sound like that's what we get. The hype. I don't think they got the hype with this one. We'll see the preview. I think I'm going to see Minecraft probably Thursday. And we'll see that footage may drop as well. I don't even know why Peter Safran was there. Why did he even show up? Let's get. Interesting. Let's see. Let's catch up. I wasn't expecting no Batman Part 2 news, but there's no news for the Batman 2. They got to start filming it. It's coming out 2027. What else do we need to know about the Batman? More chairs. Maria, more chairs. Oh, man, look. Maria's like, hey. She says it's a blockbuster. Take that. I mean, for this moment, because again, people may take it like, oh, that means this film is bad and everything's terrible. It's just like, no, you have different moments in marketing that you can really drive the conversation. And we didn't get that tonight. That's the problem. This weekend, we'll see what that preview. There's got to be a version of this. This is probably 5 minutes, I guess. Let's see. You say lame. Now, some people are satisfied. It's okay. It's and it's the conjunction of, they confirmed, hey, you're going to get that 5 minutes with Minecraft. You got CinemaCon today. Let's really put a shot out there to get people hype. Gunn says some interesting things, and you got the extended crypto scene. That's what we got. It's just not sounding. It's not sounding like enough for everyone right now. That it's not. But we will reconvene when we get that Minecraft footage. That's the next step in all this. Spider-Man news cooked DC's entire show tonight. No major update. And maybe could that be the problem? Because like I said, just the new scene, cool. That was that's a nice exchange, I guess. We didn't see it, but we did get first looks at Beyond the Spider-Verse. We got the first title card for Brand New Day Spider-Man, right? So it was like something new. With Superman, I guess that's seen. I guess that's new, but we don't see it. So let's see. Someone's asking me to check a DM. It's just like what? Okay. Yeah, they talked about dynamic duo. Yeah. But yeah, it's like there's something new. You know what I mean? That's what I think was lacking today. When everyone else was showing new stuff, I think Gunn should have put out like a new picture or something. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Part of the sizzle reel, they show the dynamic duo. Yeah. Yeah, with the Batman Part 2 stuff, I mean, again, I don't know what else y'all needed to hear about the Batman Part 2. I don't you have a release date. Patterson said, hey, they're trying to get a shot by the end of this year. So I don't know what else was supposed to be said about the Batman Part 2. We didn't get ish. I mean, we got the extended crypto scene. It just, the way this reads, this doesn't feel like 5 minutes. I don't know. I mean, we're just going off of what they said right here. It doesn't feel like 5 minutes. So I just wonder, will it be more of this scene with Minecraft, or another section? I only can think it'll be this scene, a 5-minute version of it. Yeah, just to recap what they actually showed. They showed a a sizzle reel. Then you had glimpses of like people mentioned, dynamic duo. You had some behind the scenes stuff, new behind the scenes stuff with Superman. And then you got this crypto scene, this extended crypto scene. So I mean, new footage, nothing public, but you didn't win any headlines really today. And I think that's like last night, because all we can do is compare this, because I don't know, people are probably missing, my point with this. Yesterday, you got that screenshot of Beyond the Spider-Verse. Hype. You see, it's something new. Title card, Spider-Man, Brand New Day. Hype. With Gunn today, like I said, he should have put out just like some new picture or something. I think that's what he should have did and showed them the scene. I mean, obviously the trailer. We all wanted the trailer. But it's next. It's not the same hype. It's not the same hype. That's the point. That's the point I'm making. Yet again, the headlines, nothing new from Gunn. Yeah, I mean, just, man, I don't know what happened to this marketing since that first teaser week. I was like, I thought Gunn figured it out. I was like, this bastard's going to do it. He's going to really do it. And it's like, no, I think it's just kind of, I just feel like a leveling off of hype. You got to make some splashes, man. Now people take it like, oh, does it mean the film's going to be bad? No, we don't know until we see the film. I'm talking about marketing and hyping up your product. That's what I'm talking about. So that's that. That's that with that. I don't got to keep repeating myself on that, but no big headlines. Going forward on the platform, again, appreciate the joint audience on the Superman channel. Again, the Superman channel, y'all are able to catch this live. I'm going to chop it down to just a Superman part for y'all over there. Main podcast channel, this entire replay will stay up. And obviously X, Twitter, y'all do y'all thing. Yeah, that Clayface, that's what I'm saying. I was hyped because Clayface, it felt like something new. You see what I'm saying? That's the point I'm trying to make, is that because I know too many people, they judge films before they see it. That's not what my platform is. I'm about the moments. That's what I'm about, leading up until this film comes out, and just gauging just a simple test of and again, there's some they really want this, film to succeed. There's some really want it to fail. I'm not even talking about all that. I'm just saying, compared to Sony hype to a DC. Let's not even talk about Marvel and the chairs, right? I'm taking off viewers talking about the chairs, I guess. But just compare simply Sony at CinemaCon, DC at CinemaCon, and you see the difference. That's just where it's at, folks. I mean, if you feel I'm wrong with that, I'll be happy to talk about that. All right. So go forward with the platform, as I mentioned, because of scheduling, I'll be kind of in and out on weekdays as far as any streams, but I'll make sure there's uploads, definitely exclusives and first looks for the members on both YouTube channels as well. And then we'll definitely want to make something a little more regular on the weekends to check in with y'all with the latest news live for sure. And then a Patreon. There's going to be a Patreon update, I'm pretty sure, this week. And we're just going to keep this rolling, man, talking about the latest news, CBMs. Well, I guess we'll throw it out there. Any last minute comments or questions? I could do a couple minutes as far as with that. Like I said, as soon as I'm able to see the 5-minute footage, I'll definitely that'll be on the Superman channel. So those locked in on the Superman channel, as soon as I can see it, or if I have to go to Minecraft to see it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and we'll talk about it on the Superman channel. So good stuff there. I'm trying to think. I mean, if anything interesting comes up on CinemaCon, follow me on Twitter, just at sylabdul. I may do like some pop-up videos as far as if anything interesting occurs with CinemaCon the rest of the week. But yeah, like I said, just as a hype meter, this let me down. But the thing with this is, hey, they still have a chance to do something to generate some hype. I think they missed the moment tonight, personally. And I think that's all the updates I'm gonna have with that. That is what it is. Again, we're gonna continue to just talk about as far as the marketing and any details we can get. Billy said that 5-minute footage better be good. Hold up. Let's go here. Yeah, as long as you're commenting, I'll stay a few minutes. Remember when Snyder took the internet by storm with a small photo tweet? That's what I'm saying. And again, it's about something new. That's all they had to do today. Just give us something new. If it was going to be this new scene they showed, this extended crypto scene, he should have showed like a brief scene of something we didn't hear about before. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to spoil the film, obviously, but you just give us something. You know, that we're trying to. Some of us, we don't mind if something could be hype about this. This wasn't it today. This wasn't it today. So we'll just leave it like that. Yeah. Yeah, Jurassic World Rebirth. We'll see. We'll see if Superman can just generate just a little more buzz. That's all. Hopefully, you don't have to punish yourself having to go see Minecraft. Yeah. That's wild. Wild Relic, you wild, man. I have faith in the 5-minute preview. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I think it'll be interesting to see this scene. It's just we need something new. Didn't DCU lay an egg at these cons last year? You know, last year they debuted the Shield. He debuted or confirmed this Shield at CinemaCon. And he was like, we'll be back next year. It's going to be the summer of Superman. He was like, I wouldn't say the summer of Superman. It's just going to be, you know, some of us will check it out. That's kind of where we're at. Gun fanatics punch in the air. I mean, I'm just gonna say it like we try to keep it real. I know people say like, "Oh, I'm being too nice" and nothing like that. Because no, this doesn't determine if the film is good or not. But this was a L day. This you did not. It's about generating hype, and either it's an L or it's a W. I'll bring up those Marvel chairs again. The execution of the Marvel chairs were trash. And then they brought those X-Men, and that changed everything. That was something new, and that was a bad idea what Marvel did. But you show that Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Magneto, that they coming back. Gambit's coming back. Oh, something new. That's how I judge things, folks. And now, if you have an L today, doesn't mean you can never get a W ever. It's like, no, that's not realistic. It's not realistic. So that's just my thoughts. But online, if you're very glazy of James Gunn right now, people are going to be coming for you tonight. Okay? Like, that's just what it is. You're going to have W Mir coming for you on Twitter. Like, if I glaze something, I expect, I'm a Snyder fan as well. And like, if his film doesn't do good or something, they're going to come for me because I'm very vocal, about the stuff that I like. So I'm just saying, the streets may be a little hot right now. Let's see. What are your thoughts on the new Spider-Man title reveal? Yeah, so I touched on that earlier, Maria. I'll probably try to timestamp it or something, but just in short, yeah, I thought it was cool, it caused conversation, and then it took you back to certain ones. We was like, oh, that comic book run, and it got people thinking. So yeah, that was all they had to do. With Spider-Man 4. And I think Tom Holland, he put out a quote saying basically, it's definitely a fresh start for his role with the character. And again, that parallels what that comic run was. So yeah, I thought, again, when you're talking about winning the headlines, this is what I'm talking about. That caused conversation of something new. So yeah, I think Spider-Man and Beyond the Spider-Verse showed new pictures, confirmed it's coming out 2027. W. What could have won this for Gunn? I know some people think, oh, it should have been a trailer. I just think, okay, he talked about potential pocket universes, right? So that has me thinking of Mr. and Miss Spitalik. So that's cool. Sorcery will be in the film. You have my attention, okay, with that, okay. And then just showing an extended of something we saw before, crypto, that wasn't new. What he could have done, like I said, could have showed like a new scene there that we just never heard about before and got the details of that. That would have been, intriguing. And something new. Now it's like, it feels like the 5-minute preview is probably just an extended version of that scene that they just saw at CinemaCon. So we'll see. I mean, hey, we'll see. Let's see. We're going to wrap up here. All right, Wild Relic. All right, go get some rest, man. But no, I appreciate y'all again catching this live. Fernando says, is Zendaya done with the Spider-Man movies? No, she'll be. They're going to at least make 3 more, so she'll be in it. So I mentioned again, just make sure you subscribe, make sure you smash the like. Members content's coming across all platforms. We're gonna get on out of here, man. Hey. It is what it is. Sometimes it just bees like that. Much love to Sil Nation. We're going to slide on out of here to the next one.